Test.
Test, 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 test.
Countdown. 10, 1.
Welcome to Retirement Choices Podcast, where we dive into the topics that matter most. I am your host, JP Hamlet, and each week we will explore fascinating subjects, interview experts, and uncover stories that will leave you both informed and inspired. From finance to technology to arts and culture, from personal growth to global issues, our podcast is your go-to destination for thought-provoking discussions and captivating narratives. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge, gain new perspectives, or simply enjoy a good story, join us on this journey as we explore the wonders of our world and beyond. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this adventure together. This is Retirement Choices Podcast, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. I wanted to bring my father, George Hamlet, on this show just to talk about things that matter to him, or what he's done in the past in terms of travel, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of sports, in terms of just things that he enjoys doing at 92, or what got him to 92, because he's fit. He goes to the gym frequently, and he still works. This is my father, George Hamlet. He is 92 years old. I think I said he was 93, and he corrected me and said, "Son, don't make me older than I am." So this is my 92-year-old father, looking good. He drove himself here. He drives everywhere. He's very independent. He still travels. He loves Vegas. He loves shows. He loves movies. He loves sports. He loves horse racing. As a matter of fact, let's start from the beginning. What is your date of birth and where were you born?
I was born in New York, and date of birth is March 17, 1932.
You were in what part of New York?
East Harlem, 117th Street and 3rd Ave.
And this was 1932. 32, my goodness. Is there anybody listening that was born in 1932 or before 1932? Probably not. So I'm happy to have you here. And
The hospital isn't here anymore. They're been gone a long time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Sure. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. And I thought about this when I was having some conversations with you. We talk a lot on the phone, and we're talking about just everything. So I thought it'd be a good idea to have you on the show and just talk about the things we talk about and the things that inspire you, or the things that keep you going. So with that being said, you said you were from Harlem.
Harlem, East Harlem.
East Harlem.
Yeah.
And what was the baseball team playing in New York at that time?
Oh my
Was it the
goodness.
Brooklyn Dodgers, or was it the Yankees or the Mets? I bring that up because you're a big, big baseball fan.
Yeah, but I left there early.
Okay.
In fact, I was about a teenager when I left, so I wasn't that heavily into baseball or basketball because I was too young.
Okay.
Yeah,
So where'd you go when you left Harlem?
we went to Boston.
Boston. So you were raised in Boston?
No, I lived in Boston, not raised in Boston. I was raised here
Okay.
in Los Angeles. But my mother's home is Boston.
Okay.
So when my mother and dad split, she went home, took me home with her. And from there, we came out here west, and we've been west all
All these years.
these
Well,
years.
how old were you when you came to California?
Oh, about 14.
14.
15,
Okay.
something like that.
All right. All right.
Because I was still in school. I graduated from Cathedral High School, but I went to junior high school here also. So I wasn't that old. So in the sports, you know,
Right, right.
I wasn't in the sports like you're asking me the teams and stuff.
Well, I think it was the Brooklyn Dodgers back in.
It was Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Dodgers,
Dodgers,
because we
okay.
didn't live that far from.
Well, who's your favorite team now?
My favorite team now is the Dodgers and the Yankees.
The Dodgers for the West Coast and the Yankees for the East Coast.
Yeah, they're playing this Friday.
Well,
The Dodgers.
the Dodgers and Yankees. So the Yankees are in town on Friday.
Yeah, they're playing the Dodgers this Friday.
Who's going to win?
Well, who knows? I would be a millionaire if I knew who was
If you
going to
could
win.
predict who would win the game.
Because I'm a gambler. I love to gamble. So
Okay. You've been a gambler all my life, so you've probably been a gambler for a long time.
Yeah.
All right.
A long
So how
time.
many millions are you worth? 100 million, 200 million?
I wish.
Well, so I know baseball is a big sport, or one of your favorite sports. Basketball, your favorite team is
The Lakers.
the Lakers,
Yeah.
not the Knicks,
No, not the Knicks.
not the Knicks, but the Lakers.
The Lakers. I go to Laker games.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
So
fact, you take me to Laker
I take you
games.
to a few Laker games. So who's your favorite player of all time? Doesn't matter what team. Just who's your favorite player of all time?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, number one. How many championships does Bill Russell have?
About 10.
Ooh, I think it's a little more than that.
It might be.
I think it's 13. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he has more championships than any other
Player.
player in the history of basketball.
Right.
Who's your current favorite basketball player?
Current favorite basketball player. I would say James.
LeBron James. That's a
Yeah.
pretty good choice.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's L.A.
He's LA. Well, who's your favorite all-time Laker then?
My favorite all-time Laker is Magic Johnson.
He's smiling. He's a
Yeah.
Magic fan. Magic
I'm
Johnson.
a Magic Johnson fan. He's one of my favorites.
He is your
If you ask
favorite.
me, you know, Bill Russell was the first, you know, but Magic would be my second over Jordan.
Okay.
Oh.
Jordan would maybe your third. Maybe.
Not even third.
Not even third. Okay. So maybe in your top 10?
Top 10.
All
yeah.
right. All right. So name me some of your favorite Lakers. Just history. Currently, past, I mean like West or Chamberlain, or
Chamberlain.
Gail Goodrich, Chamberlain, Kobe,
Kobe.
Elgin Baylor,
Baylor.
Happy Hairston. I'm
Happy-
sorry, I'm giving you these answers.
Yeah,
Tell
but
me more.
You give me answers that I wouldn't have been able to think of right now. You're coming up with that.
Those are some of your
But
favorites.
I would have, if I knew you were going to ask me, I would have been more prepared.
This is a podcast, man. We're just doing this off the cuff. We're just
But
being organic with it. So,
That's the Showtime.
Showtime Lakers.
Yeah,
So, give me a couple of more Lakers that you enjoy the most.
a couple of more.
Yeah, just name a couple of more. Who else can you name from the Showtime era?
Yeah,
Michael Cooper,
Michael Cooper,
Byron Scott.
Byron Scott. Yeah, but I didn't care for Byron Scott.
Oh, wait a minute, Byron! Don't take that. Edit this. Byron is my friend. We love you, Byron. We love you.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lakers, and now we have a championship series coming up with the Boston Celtics.
Yeah,
Against who?
Boston Celtics in Dallas.
Dallas Mavericks. Who's going to win? Well, if I ask you, you're going to tell me if you knew that, you'd be rich.
Well, no, Dallas, I really like Dallas. I don't think Boston should take Dallas lightly because Dallas, like last year, they weren't even a 500 team last
Right.
year. And like this year, I think they're progressing really good right now. They're peaking.
Okay.
And with Doncic and Kyrie Irving, I think them two is going to make Boston play a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to put them to the test. It might even go 7 games.
7 games. And
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised because Dallas is really coming on now.
Okay.
They're looking good.
They look great.
They're playing good, and they're improving a great deal, and they're still improving.
They are,
Yeah.
and that's a team coached by Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact, and I haven't heard it, but I know people are talking about it. We
Yeah.
got 2 black coaches
Right.
coaching the NBA Finals.
I know.
I don't know if that's happened before. It might have happened before, but that is a milestone, even if it's happened once before. But it'll be interesting to see
Sure.
who wins that series.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So basketball. Let's talk about baseball. How do you feel about the Dodgers right now? They've been on a losing tear. They
Yeah.
started great. They started with Ohtani getting all this hype, and they were really looking great. But recently, they've kind of gone, I don't know, it's gone south, or they've just kind of gone into the spiral of losing
Well-
consistently, or quite frequently.
Yeah, I like the Dodgers, but they need improvements. I mean, they can use some more pitchers,
Okay.
and it's like the top half of the Dodgers are doing all the scoring and batting with Ohtani and Betts and Spencer and Freeman. Those are top 4.
That's right.
And they're doing all the work. They need some help from the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah,
The 7, 8, 9. Well, actually, maybe the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th batters need to
Yeah.
step up
we
and
need to step up.
get more base hits and more RBIs
And we
and
need more pitching also.
starting pitching or relief
We need
pitching.
relief pitching, and we could use another first-hand starter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but relief pitching, we could use too. You
Okay.
know.
Do you remember your last Dodger game you attended?
Well, with you.
Oh, okay. All right. So was that? I think we missed last season. It was maybe the season before.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the last Dodger. game,
Okay, it was with me. And how do you like going out to Dodger Stadium?
Oh, it's nice. It's
Uh-huh.
nice.
How do you compare that to the new
Yankee
Yankee
Stadium?
Stadium? Yes.
No comparison.
No comparison. Why do you say that?
Yankees- Because Yankee Stadium is a better stadium in all kind of ways.
Okay. So you went to Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium.
Right.
What was that, about 5 years ago, or?
Wasn't that long, because I called you from the
I
stadium.
know you sure did. He called me from
Yankee
Yankee Stadium to let me know he was in the building, that he was enjoying the game while I was working. So,
Yeah.
but that was exciting to hear him in his enthusiasm for being in Yankee Stadium.
Yankee
So,
Stadium, yeah.
who's your favorite all-time Yankee player?
All time?
Yeah, I know that's a tough question, but there's quite a few. Give me a couple of names, maybe. You're not gonna say Babe Ruth, are you?
I would.
You would? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, who did you see that you really enjoyed
Judge.
watching? Or you like Judge?
yeah.
He's leading the league now in home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage. Aaron Judge.
He'll be out here Friday.
He'll be here on Friday. Maybe we should go to the game.
Yeah,
You paying?
I would love to,
Why don't you take your son to a game every now and then?
because you always have tickets.
I always have tickets. All right. That's the way to do that. All right. So Rams versus, I don't know, 49ers. Who's your favorite football team? Who are you? Not that, because you're a betting man, so you're not betting on the Rams, but who's your favorite football team, NFL football team right now?
Right now?
Right now. Or historically.
Kansas.
Oh, well, they're the best team.
Well,
We don't go for the champions. Let's talk about, a football team that you've been supporting or rooting for the last 10, 20 years.
Rams.
Rams, there it is. There it is. And we went to the game. Oh, we tried to get into the game for the Super Bowl. Remember that, me, you, and Daryl Taylor?
Okay.
We actually went to SoFi
Right.
to get in, and me and Daryl ended up getting in. I think you decided to go home across the street and watch it from television.
Yeah.
All right, all right. So let's talk about horse racing.
Horse racing.
Yeah,
my
this is
favorite.
your favorite subject. Tell
Yeah.
me, just talk about horse racing, and how'd you fall in love with horse racing? Tell us some of your favorite jockeys or some of your favorite horse racing events. Just talk to us.
Okay, I was playing horses for a long, long time. In fact, I was playing horses before I was old enough to play.
Okay.
And I was playing horses out at Hollywood Park. It was my first track to go to. And I enjoy horse racing. In fact, I'm going to the Belmont, not to the Belmont, but going to play Belmont this Saturday at Hollywood Park Sports Book.
Okay.
And the Belmont this year is going to be at Saratoga, New York, which is central New York,
Yep.
which I've been to Saratoga, I've been to Aqueduct, I've been to Belmont. I used to go every day.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're a junkie. You're a horse junkie.
a horse junkie. I'll be.
Well, if there was one horse racing event you could attend that you haven't attended, which would that be?
I haven't attended.
You have not, yeah. Like, where would you like to go? If it was expenses paid, first class room.
Well, maybe Kentucky.
Kentucky Derby. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
There you go.
Kentucky Derby.
All right. So you haven't been to the Kentucky Derby? That'd be a nice birthday present for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Keep
How
it
about
in
how about your favorite jockey? Who's your favorite jockey?
Well, one of my favorite jockeys is Shoemaker.
I was gonna say Shoemaker. I knew that.
Shoemaker, Pink Eye, or Pinky.
Pinky. They named a street. Matter of fact,
that's my.
that's right next to where.
That's my street.
That's right. So
Carlton,
we both
Pink
have
Eye.
properties. He has a unit
Carlton.
in Carlton Square. I have a unit. He lives in his. I rent mine, but it's right across from the Forum, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Street, and there's a Pinckney Street as well, right?
Yeah, Pink Eye Street.
Okay,
That's going
all right.
right past Carlton Square
Okay,
and past the Forum and SoFi Stadium.
that's right. You live right across from SoFi Stadium.
SoFi is here, I'm here, and there's the Forum. I'm
And-
right in between.
So that's a heaven for a sports fan like you, right? And now, obviously, Hollywood Park is no longer there, but how was it, being able to walk to Hollywood Park from your front door?
Oh, I could walk there.
Yeah.
But I didn't
How did you get there?
drive.
From Inglewood, Carlton Square to Hollywood Park.
Well, Hollywood Park wasn't there that long after Carlton Square,
Okay, all right.
even though I moved to Carlton Square to play at Hollywood Park, so I could be closer.
I see.
But I would still drive. But Hollywood Park has been gone for quite a while.
For a while now that SoFi is there.
SoFi, because they started on SoFi years before they finished.
Okay.
And
Well, let's
so-
talk about your daily routine.
daily routine.
Yeah, what's your Monday like, or your Tuesday through
I
Friday
start off
like?
in the gym. I do the gym at least 3 times a week, but I exercise every day.
Every day, 7 days a week?
7 days a week I exercise.
Okay. And what time do you get to the gym?
I get to the gym at 5. I wait for
5 a.m. Ooh.
yeah, I get up at 4:30 just about every day,
Okay.
but I'm an early bird riser. I'm up before 6 o'clock.
You're
You know.
normally at the gym by 5:30.
I'm waiting for the door to open.
Waiting for the door. So you're there before the employees get there.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow if I'm not up too late. But
Well, I won't keep you too late. What time do you plan on being at the gym tomorrow?
Well, 5.
5 o'clock. I cannot imagine even being
Yeah,
up
I-
at 5 o'clock.
I get up at 4:30,
Ooh,
so
man.
I can be there.
I don't go to bed till 4:30. No, that's early. That's very early.
Yeah.
But that's how you get your day started.
I get the day started, but I go to bed early too.
So what time do you go to bed?
Usually I'm in bed by 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
I
All
usually
right.
get ready about 7:30.
Wait, you get ready for work?
Oh, when I go to work,
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed that up because you're talking about the evening time. You
yeah, I go to
about,
bed when I go to bed.
About 8 o'clock.
Yeah, before 8.
Okay. And
I,
what's
I work, my hours of work is 9:30 to 1 o'clock, Monday through Friday.
you're
every
still
day.
working?
Still working.
Now, why are you working? Do you love work? Do you
Yeah,
enjoy working?
I
Or
enjoy doing nothing.
well, so what do you mean you?
I don't-
Are you
I
working
don't-
or you're doing nothing?
Well, I'm doing both.
So
I
you
don't
still have
do
clients?
that much.
You don't do that much
I haven't had a client in, I don't know, days.
in
whatever.
days. But you,
I'm there for notaries. I do notary service. And
Okay.
if people don't come in and have documents notarized, then I don't have no work.
okay. What about tax season? You are.
Tax season is
So
over.
you do taxes. You're an EA or an enrollment agent.
Enrolled agent.
Okay. All right. So
I've been doing taxes for like 70 years.
70 years. And
70 years.
how many clients did you have at the peak? Like,
Right now?
Well-
At the peak?
when you had your most clients, how many did you have?
I had pretty close to 400.
400 clients. And now how many do you have?
I have about under 50.
Under 50, but you see them every year. They come into
Every
the
year.
office and you do their taxes.
Yeah, I've got a client that I've been doing taxes for over 50 years, and he still comes to have me do taxes.
Does he drive himself to the office or does he get a ride?
He doesn't drive anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a stairway to my office, and he can't get upstairs anymore. And he's older than I am.
He's older than you are.
He's the only client that's older than I am.
He's the only person you know that's probably older than you. So you
Come
still,
on now.
I know. So you working 5 days a week. You working. You go to the office on Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday mornings, I'm at the office from 8:30 to 12.
Okay. And what are you doing on Saturday in the office or Sunday?
If no one calls or anything, but I'm getting my horses together, my gambling. I gamble,
Yeah.
So I
You're
put
placing your
on-
bets on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if there's a game I like on Saturdays, I'll bet it.
All right. So you go to the office 7 days a week. How do you get to the office?
I drive,
Okay. All right.
even though it's only 2 blocks away.
You just like getting in your car and
Well-
playing your music. By the way, music. Who's your favorite artist?
Miles
Davis. Miles Davis.
Miles
We're gonna
Davis,
play some Miles Davis. Maybe we will at the break. But have you seen Miles or did you see Miles when he was performing?
I've seen Miles. I was introduced to Miles when he was out on Sunset Boulevard.
Okay. I remember just hearing Miles Davis at home as a kid, so I'm also a big fan of Miles Davis. Who do you like now? We went to a couple of concerts at the Walt Disney Concert Hall. Some of the best concerts you've seen or performers or jazz artists that you've seen in the last couple of years? How about
Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock? Okay.
Right.
So how was that set that we went to at the Walt Disney Concert Hall? How'd you like that?
That was the best this year so far.
So far. How about last year? Who was the best performer?
It was at Hollywood Bowl. That was Herbie Hancock, but he had different musicians with him.
Okay. He had some younger artists.
Kamasi Washington.
Kamasi Washington, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is a favorite of mine.
So you know Kamasi's father, right?
Yeah.
How do you know him?
Ricky, that's his name.
And
I met him at the gym.
Well, he wasn't there at 5 o'clock, though, I don't believe.
Well, sometimes he was.
Okay. He gets there
Or-
early as well.
Well, or he would be coming in when I'm leaving or something like
Okay.
that.
All
Yeah,
right.
but that's where I met him, though.
So you're a big jazz, I won't say fanatic, but you are a true lover of jazz.
I saw Charlie Parker's
Okay.
last performance at the Shrine Auditorium in 1955.
Charlie Parker.
Charlie Parker, he died 2 days after his performance. That was his last performance.
Wow. Isn't that something to recall and
Yeah.
remember?
I had just got out of the service. I got out of the service in January. The concert was in March 12th, and he died March 14th, and that was at
Wow.
the Shrine Auditorium.
Charlie
Parker.
Bird Parker.
Charlie Bird Parker.
All right. Who are some other favorite artists? I want to give you a name. If you don't come up with
Coltrane.
Coltrane, John Coltrane. How about ooh boy,
Freddie Hubbard.
Freddie Hubbard, Cannonball Adderley,
Cannonball Adderley. Art Blakey.
Art Blakey. Give me a couple other names. How about Les McCann?
Les McCann.
Uh-huh.
And I even like David Brubeck.
David Brubeck. I'm a big David Brubeck fan.
Yeah.
I love Take Five.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of my favorite all-time jazz cuts.
Right.
It was so creative and it was so different. I think it changed jazz to some degree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
All right, all right. So you're a big jazz man, big sports man. What about your diet? What do you eat?
Vegetable, fruits, and juices.
Vegetables, fruits, and juices.
Yeah.
Nice.
Every day.
Every day. And what time is your last meal?
My last meal is supposed to be 1 o'clock, but usually I don't eat anymore after 2, 3.
Okay.
But I try to get the 1 o'clock in, but I get off at 1, so.
Okay. So you
As soon
eat.
as I get home, I'm eating.
All right.
But that's my last meal. I don't eat after that. I might have an orange or apple or something like that.
All right.
But
So
normally,
these are some
that's it.
secrets to living a long time.
Well, I don't know about living a long
Well,
time.
you live in.
Yeah.
I want to live to be 92. Listen, this went so fast. I think you probably enjoyed it. Can you believe it's been 30 minutes already?
You're kidding.
It's been 30 minutes already. So
And I haven't even finished.
you haven't even finished. We have to come back and do another segment. But you were fantastic. I think this will be inspirational to others. When you turn 80 or 90, it's not the end. It's, for you, it's kind of the beginning. I want to talk about traveling, but I know that's
all over the world.
all over the world, and you've been
Close
to
to 40 cruises.
40 cruises and been to, I don't know how many countries, but a lot.
A lot of countries.
So we're going to have you come back.
Af-
Well, I think Cliff's going to give us a few more minutes. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back with a few more questions, or at least just
Travel
maybe
questions.
talk about travel. I know you love traveling, so we'll talk about travel after the break, and then we'll get into retirement choices, and Jerry's going to help you with some questions about savings for retirement, and also just having more money down the road. So,
That's
George, can you hear the music? Which one is that? Is that Tutu by Miles Davis? You hear that? And we're at break.
okay.